Hello there. Today we're going to introduce a brand new block. This is very exciting. We are going to introduce our very first sensor, which is called the touch sensor. So let's begin. If I look at this mission right here, which is actually going to be one of your missions that you're about to attempt, I want to first figure out hey, what am I trying to do? So what I like to do whenever I start a CoderZ mission is I put it in full screen and then I zoom out and then I can really see what is the course and what's my end goal. Because I like to think hey, I want to construct a pattern or construct my algorithm before I actually go in and code it. So I see that I'm going to want to drive forward. There's something to do with this obstacle, which will be where our touch sensor comes in. And then once I touch this wall, I'm going to want to go turn right and then go forward until the end. So I'm going to go ahead and begin by coding what I'm really confident in, which is driving forward. Remember, you'll find your drive forward block over here in motion. Drive forward at full speed ahead. Remember, 100 is kind of like 100% power. Now, this is where the new block comes in. Once my robot comes all the way here, I want it to touch the fence and then do something. So we're going to come over here to control flow, and we are going to wait until touch is pressed true. So this is a very similar block to when we were doing the wait for a certain amount of seconds, but now instead of waiting for, 200 or 2000 milliseconds to pass, we are going to wait until our robot touches this wall is true, meaning that it is true that he's touching the wall. Right now, he's actually on false, which I will show you how to, in order to figure that out, we will press this button, and it'd probably actually be a really good idea to try and get in the habit of opening up your robot's stats right here. So right now, he is not touching anything, which is why the value is set to false, but once he touches the wall, we want something to happen. Let's remember from basic navigation 1, how to turn. You got to come over here to the power block. I want to do a point turn, meaning that my power will either be 100 for right or negative 100 for left. We're going to go ahead and set the steering. Oh yeah, steering will be 100 or negative 100. Power, if you need to go ahead and get another one of these blocks, I got it in the data. So the power was 15 when I turned right. I'm just remembering my code from basic navigation 1. You can always look back at it if you need. And now I'm going to do something new as well. I'm going to set the duration, which setting the duration is going to be in place of that yellow wait until 1750. So all of this right here was actually how I turned right. Next, so right now, my code is reading, go forward. Once you touch an obstacle, once that sensor touches the obstacle, this will turn true, and then I will want to turn right. Once I'm done turning right, I want to go forward one more time. Remember, this is how you press run, and we hope for the best. Now, I want to go ahead and replay this because I don't know if you were actually watching the sensors. So remember, let's go ahead. I think it's valuable to try and understand the code and why the code is working right now. So as I run my robot, we are waiting until this is true. Notice that's true. And so that's when he turned, and you gotta keep on going forward. So the value right here will turn false every time it's not true. So every time the robot is not touching an obstacle, your touch sensor has a reading of false. If it is touching an obstacle, then that sensor is reading as true. You will see this is actually mostly going to be given to you, but I just wanted to go ahead and introduce the touch sensor as we're here together on the screencast.